Friday, August 2nd, 2019. I'm with Brian Cox. The last grid work template readout we did was probably about 4 months ago. Yeah, 4 months ago.
Which is the longest that we've gone.
Yeah, which is the longest that we've gone. Before that, though, I think that we did 3 grid work readouts, right?
Yeah.
So that and as it mentions in the book, it's good to update the system every 30 days. You pretty much did that and got on that trajectory path.
Yeah, the first 2 were monthly, and then we missed like a month on the third.
Yeah.
And then this one we missed a couple months.
Yeah. So and the first one we did, which was I think at the beginning of December. Yeah. End of November.
November.
Yeah, November. Yeah. Okay. So November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So it's been about 10 months since you've been doing grid work. So in the last 10 months in doing grid work, what I would like to do is just ask you a few questions based on what's been happening in your life within these last 10 months of you doing grid work. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, number 1, has grid work helped your life feel more stable and organized mentally and emotionally?
Absolutely, yes.
All right. Would you like to give an example?
Calmness.
Calmness.
Yeah,
Okay.
not so scattered.
Right.
Not as distracted.
Oh, okay, great. That goes along with the second question. Has grid work helped in calming nervousness, fear, and anxiety? Has it helped you? Has it also helped your sleep at all? So nervousness, it's calmed your nervousness, fear, and anxiety?
I never really had nervousness, fear, and anxiety.
So just the calmness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know, like nervousness, fear, and anxiety. Consciously, I don't have that.
Okay.
I just get distracted very easily. So maybe if those are related in some way, possibly, and that has let up significantly.
Right. The calmness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
great.
and that those distractions, that's gone. There's a lot of clarity.
So that goes into the third one. Has grid work helped your focus and performance?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're
like
really
I said,
feeling
that clarity has just enabled me to focus on things better and multitask, which I wasn't able to do at all because I'm so
Yeah. So
my mind is just like working too much sometimes.
So the grid work has helped you get like just the way it pulls in your consciousness to get more centered and balanced with your frame of mind and the manner in which you're able to focus and multitask.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Has grid worked, it kind of goes along with the fifth question, has grid work helped you feel more centered, grounded, and balanced?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I also do my grid work like sometimes like as far as just like looking at it.
Yeah.
When I'm outdoors.
Right.
In nature. So, which already grounds me.
Right.
So, but then with the grid work, it's just like even better.
Right. Just pops you straight into it.
Yeah.
Question number 5. Does grid work give you more mental and emotional power and control to face and deal with difficult situations and issues?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think that, I think that goes back to what we were just saying, that those distractions are gone.
Right.
Where I can focus at the task at hand, whatever that might be, emotionally or whatever, or just like, if I have to do some type of supervisory decisions.
Right.
It's much more focused and confident.
Yeah. With those distractions, those mental distractions wiped away, and your ability to zone in or zero in on making a clear-minded decision. Yeah. You just mentioned that a few times in saying and relaying on how that's helped you so much. Yeah. So just the mental distractions. What was life like before you started doing grid work in regards to you battling those distractions? Scattered. Okay.
Completely scattered.
Okay.
And not bad, like
Right,
in the
not
sense
bad.
where I couldn't
Right,
function, but
right.
you know, I'd say a good 25% of what I'm doing, my work, my life, my personal life, is lost.
Right. Okay.
Because of those distractions and not focusing.
Okay.
So I don't have that now.
Wow, that's unbelievable. And we're gonna go to the next question. Does grid work give you more mental and emotional power and control? Okay, we already did that. Okay, 7. Has grid work helped improve your sense of mental direction and purpose towards possibilities and accomplishing goals?
Oh, sure.
Towards possibilities, yeah.
I mean, look, I started that event that I'm doing
Yeah,
now.
I remember you texted me that.
All on my own,
Yeah.
like, you know, just like without any help from anyone, just like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to do that before. Not on my own.
I know that was a huge stride for you, and it kind of was like an emotional and mental breakthrough that you had with that.
So to answer that question, absolutely. I mean, and that's the proof of it.
Right. That's the proof of it. As far as like the mental direction and purpose towards possibilities and accomplishing goals, you actually like. It wasn't just like something you're battering around in your mind. Should I? Shouldn't I? Oh, it'd be cool if I could do this, but
no. I knew I had to do it. I knew I wanted to do it, and I did it.
Yeah.
And it's happening.
Yeah. Whereas before grid work, it would be more of
just an idea.
Yeah, just an idea.
Possibility.
Exactly. Yeah.
Something I know I could do.
Right.
But maybe I won't do it.
Right.
Maybe I will. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's something that switched over, converted. There's something.
I think confidence.
Right. Yeah, the confidence increased.
And that confidence comes with all that clarity, with all those distractions gone.
Right.
The focus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Number 8. Has grid work helped in curbing feelings of self-hatred, self-doubt, depression, and addictive tendencies to numb out, inebriate, or escape reality?
Yeah, I don't think I had those feelings.
But how about self-doubt?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it helped with self-doubt.
Like we just talked about,
yeah.
it made me know that I'm going to do this, goal that I'm setting and do it. Like, no doubt in my mind.
Self-doubt was wiped out.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's great. As far as like with other people that I'm working with, the self-hatred and depression and addictive tendencies may apply to them, but in your case it was the self-doubt.
Sure.
And the distractions combined with the self-doubt.
Yeah.
So it was a combination of two things that the grid work helped like alleviate and kind of like just bring into a focal point where you could actually like move forward with what you wanted to do without having those like blocks and those hindrances and those like those doubts hovering and clogging your system. It just propelled you into that.
And significantly.
Right,
again,
significantly.
As I said before, significantly being able to go forward with it.
Immediate, like within the first 60 days of doing grid work, and we're on our 10th month.
Yeah. I know people that I know who have maybe done or accomplished the same thing that I'm doing right now.
Right.
But it's taken them years.
Yes. Yeah. Years.
Or some that haven't even done it yet.
Right. Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Self-doubt or those distractions, in life.
Lack of confidence.
That's just blocking them or stopping them from just doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, the only difference between you and what you want to come true all depends upon what you do. And that part of what you do can like you said, you can have so much stuff emotionally and mentally that's blocking you from the do, the actual do. And grid work within a very short period of time has literally like broken you through and busted you through and got you into this this purposeful action behavior. Like you're moving it into purposeful action, not purposeful entertainment, mental entertainment, but actually implementing through the action.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's like an achievement too.
Right, an achievement, a sense of achievement. So
Yeah.
now that you've upped this level for yourself, right? It's getting you more into the larger dreamer
Sure.
territory.
And now, like,
Yeah.
and I'm a pretty simple dude, so
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I'm satisfied. I want to start thinking bigger now.
Right, exactly,
You know?
yeah.
I need to start setting higher goals.
I remember you wanted to go from good to great because you were already at the good,
Yes.
and that was one of your the main way back when.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
funny
the
you
first
remember
month,
that.
first month or second month, you were mentioning that
Sure.
to me. Yeah, now here we are, 10 months later. You're on the other side of the good, which means you're now inside the great.
I'm great.
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations, brother. I'm so stoked for that. I'm so stoked
thank
for you
you.
for that. Here we go. Next question.
Yeah.
Has grid work helped you unlock hidden potential? Has it elevated your life and put it into a higher quality?
Yeah, we just answered
we
that
just
question.
did that. How about
Yeah.
the higher quality as far as like people, circumstances, situations? Do you feel like that has raised too as far as like your interaction with the people in your life? Does it feel like it's reached a higher quality?
I feel like I've always had a higher quality,
Okay.
but I'm enjoying it more now.
Right, you're enjoying it
Because-
because it feels more refined.
And
like
yeah,
it's-
and I can focus on it.
Right.
And appreciate it
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, because you're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, I'm going to keep repeating this.
Right.
Those distractions
Yeah.
are letting me be in the moment.
Right.
And sit back and say,
Yeah.
okay, hey man, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. Stoked. Question number 10, has grid work amplified your ability to secure results? Do you experience more meaningful coincidence, getting in the zone, and synchronicity through grid work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I can what I can use as an example of that is surfing, learning
Right.
how to surf.
Yeah.
And now doing it.
Yeah. Now you're a surfer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a perfect board out there,
Yeah.
and you're out there
Brand new
catching
surfboard
waves.
now.
Yeah.
Like
No surf lessons, no coach. You're surfing.
Yeah.
You're a surfer now.
Yeah.
You became a surfer. You moved to Hawaii after born and raised in New York, came here,
yeah.
and you got an excellent gig. You got an excellent gig as doing your
Music.
DJ business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing your music events.
Yeah. Which we
And-
just spoke
yeah.
about. That me setting the goal and
Yeah.
doing my event, creating my own event.
Yes, creating your own event.
And
yes.
and learning how to surf.
And learning how to
all
surf.
on my
yeah.
own.
That
Which
has-
I couldn't do
Right. Right.
prior
Yeah.
because I had my neck injury.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the grid
yeah.
helped me heal.
Yeah.
Helped that neck injury get away and go away, and that's when I was able
We
to
only
learn to
we
surf.
only did that one session. Yeah.
And it changed after
Yeah,
that.
that Taurus field Toridial session, that was I believe right here 36. That was true self-image reconstruction using Taurus field dynamics. Yeah, and I walked you through this.
Yeah.
And I think it also was this one too, true self-image, number 35, true self-image realization, fitness, and maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
That was when we got you into doing the, getting you into that space of just doing the toroidal field
Yeah.
circulation, yeah.
That was pretty deep.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Your chronic pain just left right after that. Yeah.
At least it
Yeah.
started changing.
Yeah.
It wasn't overnight, but
Right.
it just started going in the direction
Yeah.
of better.
It got you into the level of where you could like move forward with your life to manage it. Yeah, I remember.
And
get
and
under your
and
management.
to answer that last question,
Yeah.
I guess that synchronicity.
Yeah, that secret. That and now you're a surfer.
And I
You
feel that
know,
every time I'm
right?
surfing.
Yeah, that answers it perfectly. Okay, next question. That kind of answers the next question. Have you experienced any physical healing or improved physical health with grid work? We'll pass that, yeah, because we'll just,
Because
yeah,
dude, that injury
yeah,
was restricting so many things in
Right.
my life.
yeah,
I mean, nerve pain.
yeah.
You know, it's relentless.
The chronic pain in the back of your neck on the right. Was it shooting on off the right
yeah,
side?
my L6, L7.
Yeah, okay.
And coming down the
Yeah.
whole right side. Back, down the back,
Yeah.
down the whole right arm.
Yeah.
And for years.
Right.
And therapy.
Right.
And sometimes it comes off the nerve and it
Right.
goes back in and it's okay.
Uh-huh.
And then sometimes it comes
Right.
back out.
Yeah.
You know, and all the doctors telling me I need surgery and,
Right.
and all that.
Yeah.
I chose to holistically
Right.
heal it.
Yeah.
Like I said, sometimes it would work,
Yeah.
and I'd get some relief for a couple months, and then
Right.
it would come back again, and it's gone.
Yeah. We did that
It's
one
there.
time. Yeah, it's there.
still there.
It's still there. Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I'm conscious of it
Right.
every day,
Right.
but it's gone.
Yeah,
Like,
it's gone.
It's gone.
Like 90% of the pain.
There is no
Yeah.
pain.
Right. Oh, okay.
So
it's just a twinge.
Yeah.
It's just a slight twinge.
It's just
Okay.
there reminding me,
Oh, okay.
like, hey man,
Okay.
keep doing the grit.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty phenomenal that we only had to do that one time.
And that's the biggest
Right.
and most accomplishment
Right.
out of all that, because after that, I was able to focus on all these other things.
Right. Yeah.
Because that held me back the most.
Right. Yeah, because that when the body's in pain, it just is stopping everything in your life.
Yeah.
You know,
Nerve pain
yeah,
is
nerve
the
pain.
worst.
Yeah,
It's
it is
it's
the
just-
worst.
It doesn't
Yeah.
let go. It doesn't.
Right.
You know, you can't. You know, even when you're sleeping, it's
Yeah.
there. You wake up, it's there.
Yeah.
So it's always keeping you mentally,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Blocking.
Yep.
It's just blocking, hindering, stopping. It's stopping all the forward movement from
Yeah.
which you want to move forward with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to have one session after that,
Yeah.
just take that all away.
It started changing
yeah.
after our first session.
Yeah, that's extraordinary. In correlation with the grid work too, after you were doing that. But essentially that one session though was pretty much all that needed to happen though. For something was caught in your field. Something between the pterydial field and mentally, physically, and emotionally, there's some sort of zigzagged energy that was causing this major friction to occur. Something within
Because
that.
I didn't have any trauma.
Right.
I didn't have an accident
Right.
that caused it.
Right.
It just came on
Yeah.
its own.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
yeah, there's something in there that got fixed and realigned,
Right.
and then the energy was able to circulate through it properly. Unbelievable. Second question. Next question. Has grid worked healed or improved your relationships? Has it helped with any of your relationships? Of course, with your work relationships.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it has brought all these other
Right.
good people to
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
to do new and better things.
Yeah. So it's brought in a whole new. It's improved your relationships or healed.
Yeah, it's
healed your relationship dynamic. Yeah, but
Well,
by
I
the
never
way-
really had a
yeah.
problem.
Oh, okay.
With relationships
Right.
anyway.
Exactly.
All the people I know and people around me
Yeah.
who I meet are always
Yeah,
good.
Right.
You know? But it's attracted
Yeah, it's attracted.
even better
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Significantly.
Right. Because like we're starting from the very beginning, you are a functional member of society. You're stable. Everything has been running good in
Yeah.
your life, right?
Yeah.
So this is all about where we can kind of find those wrinkles and iron them out. You know, there's just certain areas that needed to be helped and assisted and smoothed out.
To be
you know?
great.
Yeah, to
Not
be
just
great.
good.
Exactly. This is the good to great
Yeah.
clientele right here. Number 13, has grid work helped in getting certain areas or aspects of your life permanently fixed? That goes back to the neck pain and the professional, your profession, yeah? So it's been able to get those areas online permanently, permanently fixed.
Sure.
So you've been able to move through doing grid work and, you know, a couple of the vibration teachings, you're able to enter into permanently fixing certain areas of your life, physical pain and, you know, stuff going from good to
Yeah.
great.
And accomplishing
And
things.
accomplishing, yeah. Yeah, that's huge. Permanently. permanently, you're moving into a permanent power, a new permanent power, like a leveled up higher self-consciousness.
Yeah.
Has grid worked improved your ability to solve problems, to face and deal with difficulty, to overcome challenges, and to accomplish goals? Solve problems. We're talking about those distractions. Yeah, you're to move in to face and deal with difficulty. Yeah, since you've been doing grid work, you said like those distractions have been taken away, which allows you to come to move in towards solving.
I can't think of any examples to confirm that or to justify that.
Okay.
But I would say yes, because I can't think of any problems that I can't solve, or any issues that I've had. So
to overcome challenges, face and deal with difficulty, to overcome challenges, and to accomplish goals.
Yeah, like challenges now are not really challenges.
Right.
Things I thought was a challenge, they're not.
Yeah, because now you're in new territory. Yeah.
All these things that I used to worry about, and I think that was such a big deal.
Right.
They're not.
Exactly.
And there's so much time to work these things out.
Right.
Instead of like, oh my God, I gotta do this.
Instead of broiling over them.
No, that's gone.
Yeah.
Like I know, I have that confidence to know that whatever it is that I'm thinking about and worrying about, I don't worry about it anymore. I know that it's gonna work itself out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work it out.
Because the grid work helps you get that consciousness more concentric. Yeah, it helps it centralize.
Yeah.
When it gets centralized, as you can see, it puts more balance in the systems. When the systems start kind of calibrating with more balance, right? Then it allows the data running through your frontal cortex to help you make more clear decisions.
And if I'm not thinking clearly at that moment, then I know now to just say, chill, man.
Yeah.
Go back to this later.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be easier to figure out.
Right.
Like right now, it just might seem like a lot and a burden and heavy on me.
Yeah.
And then I just put it to the side in my brain, and I come back to it like the next day, and I'm like, oh, it's so easy to fix this.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
I was never able to do that.
Right.
Maybe I blame that on growing up in New York and in the city, and everything's so crazy.
Right.
Maybe that's why. I don't know. But
so you're feeling a shift in the way your mind processes information.
Yeah.
You're feeling a huge shift. After doing grid work, you feel a huge shift in the way your mind processes reality, the way you're understanding yourself in relation to reality, and the way you're processing the information with the decisions you have to make with your reality.
Yeah. And the biggest word I can think of for that is just confidence.
Right. Yeah.
Knowing.
Mental, emotional confidence. Yeah. The emotional confidence going into the mental.
Knowing that it's going to be okay. Knowing I'm going to fix it. Knowing I have the power to fix it. And then I'm going to do it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Those were huge strides that you've made through grid work. Has grid work expanded your consciousness and improved your mental flexibility? Yeah, I think we're just kind of talking about that. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Does it?
I'm the most mental flexible I've ever been.
Yeah. So the resiliency. Yeah. As far as like when life throws stuff at you now after doing grid work, when life throws stuff at you,
and it still does.
Right. All
the time.
Yeah.
And if it throws something at me at a moment where I am busy, I just put it aside. And come back to it later, and it's I got it. I got this.
Yeah, exactly. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
To have that
instead of it all building up,
building
up, and then then when you do go back to it, it's still
exactly. It still feels like a thorn.
Yeah,
it feels like a thorn. Yeah.
Nah, it's gone.
That's gone. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Has grid? Does it feel that your experience with grid work has produced a medicinal effect in your life. Medicinal effect. Doing grid work, does it feel like it feels like it's healed areas of your life, mentally, emotionally.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, well, we talked about the physical, my injury,
Right.
but like once that was healed,
Yeah.
that healed all the mental stuff
Right.
that was being held back because of that injury.
Exactly.
So yeah, like
so it's enabled you to move forward with what you wanted to accomplish, but you wouldn't be able to move forward unless you had that healing take place.
Yeah, I was stuck.
Yeah. Let's see. Next question. When setbacks occur, has grid work improved your ability to bounce back?
Sure.
And get back on
again,
track?
just like we were talking about, like those setbacks,
Right.
or what I would think is a setback.
Yeah. The illusion.
Yes.
Yeah. The illusion.
It's not really a setback.
Right. Exactly.
It might be at that moment,
but we create it
Yeah.
the way we self-chatter it. Yeah.
It might be
Right.
at that moment, yes,
Yeah.
it might be a setback because I'm doing 10 other things.
Yeah.
Right? But as soon as my mind clears and I have some clarity, which is happening a lot more now than ever,
Right.
then I realize it's not a setback.
Exactly. Yeah. Because the system is working, the data running through the system is working more organized. It's filtering through the correct filters to where the data that you're trying to process and make sense of is not getting scrambled. It's running as clear and clean information, which allows your consciousness to process it in such a way for you to extract from it the information, the data, extract the pods of information where you said, like, set that aside, I'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
Instead of like having it all being this cloud
Yeah.
just overwhelms your systems. Now your mind is able to start doing this kind of like hypercomputer work, You're like, oh, okay, now I know how to organize data inside of my brain so I can start taking care of primary issues versus secondary issues.
That's all new to me.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Maybe I had that when I was a kid or something,
Right.
but like it's been so long since
Right.
I've been able to do that.
Yeah.
It's so cool too, like just being that and knowing that just
Yeah.
gives me so much more confidence.
Right.
It makes me so much more cooler.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
chill, man.
It creates a new projector pattern from the energy emanating from you personally. Has grid work amplified your progress to pursue greater success in your life and relationships? That goes back to what you were able to break through with your profession.
Sure,
Yeah.
and with that being said, yes. To answer that question, yes. And with me saying yes to that, now I have to start setting my goals higher.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Again, I'm pretty simple,
Yeah.
so I don't
Yeah.
I don't need all these things, or
Right.
or like I'm pretty happy doing some simple things.
Right.
But man, like maybe I need to
Yeah,
start
exactly. Yeah. Now that you're here.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's move into the
Right.
next level. Yeah.
So now I need to start thinking like,
Yeah. Yeah,
anything's possible.
Yeah, moving into the greater territory.
Yeah.
19. Have the vibration teachings 1 through 45 affected your life in conjunction with your grid work? What sort of overall impact has it produced in your life? We were just talking about that. So I took you through 2 of the major teachings, which were the guided visual meditation, the visual exercises. Yeah, that greatly impacted your life with creating that healing. The overall impact. Let's kind of go back to the overall impact. Your life, like in last year, like we could just go all the way back to 1 year ago.
Sure.
Yeah.
Moving from New York
Yeah.
to
August.
Hawaii.
August, September. Yeah, you were in New York on your way over here.
Sure.
You had chronic pain in your neck. Yeah, you're dealing with that.
And aside from that,
Yeah.
everything else was good in my life.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. But now, fast forwarding 1 year forward. Yeah.
Now things are great.
Yeah, things are great.
And
yeah.
that chronic pain is gone.
And the chronic pain is gone, which was debilitating you for years on end. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, always, I stayed positive through that physical.
Right.
Because I always believe in, things are going to...
Keeping yourself on the upper end.
Sure. I never let it,
destroy you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or allowed it to do the self-harm.
Yeah, I never quit. I never,
right.
Just I did everything I can to,
Yeah.
make it better, therapy and all that stuff. And, but it was not getting better.
Yeah. Yeah. Now.
And after our first session of the grid work is when it started changing.
Yeah. And then there was these progress points, these nodes that you hit. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. And all these things that that I always wanted to do or thought about doing, I'm doing them.
Yeah. Now you're doing them.
And within a year, that's not that long.
I know. The progress is quantum leaping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quickly. We'll go to the last question. As of now, based on all of the progress and the healing that you've been experiencing through just a couple of the teachings, you haven't really read through the book at all. You just went through a couple of these teachings, but mainly you've just been doing grid work. You've done 3 basic grid work readouts, and then pretty much you were put on a trajectory after those 3 readouts. You were put into you got put onto a track or a trajectory that has gotten you to where you are now. You're still doing a little bit of the grid work imprinting, just checking it out,
just by putting it next to me and looking at it.
Yeah, just looking at it. Do you feel that where you have progressed yourself already through grid work right now, do you feel like you will still be using the grid work technology in your daily life moving forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Until something better
Absolutely.
comes along, right? Like this is pretty much got you into.
I'm pretty damn content with this right here.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
You say better. This is better.
Yeah, this is as good as it gets until.
So I will stick with the grid.
Stick with the grid work.
And I truly believe in it. And I know, without a doubt, that all these things that I'm accomplishing now and these changes in my life are due to this.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you for being the first person to experience what I experienced through grid work. In 2017 in October, I passed through the portal. I was able to experience these phenomenons that you're experiencing now. These phenomenons, and it's hard for people. Like when I first told you about it, remember we were standing on the beach in Waikiki and I showed you what it was.
First got here,
And you were like,
I had no idea what you were talking about.
Exactly, you had no idea, right? And if you were to tell someone just like the way I told you, they would have no idea.
No.
Yeah, no idea at all. So essentially, my question to you is, now that you are on the other side, now that you are in...
I still don't understand.
Exactly. You still don't understand it, right.
But
right.
I gave it a chance.
Yeah.
I trusted you.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did because of all these wonderful accomplishments.
Right.
So...
Yeah. Right now, your system is up to par as far as your last grid work readout.
Yeah, I feel like if we did, it'd probably be the same.
Yeah, exactly. So
there isn't.
So your system pretty much looks like this right here on my phone. Just kind of filled out. There's nothing major that is having like this huge downward issue in your life. Yeah.
And the ones that are low.
Yeah.
Pretty much are at the same.
Right. So essentially, after doing 3 grid work basic readouts, you're able to get your system up to par.
Mm-hmm.
Up to par to the sense where you've been able to remain in that upper level.
Yeah, my par is really nice.
Yeah, it's a great par. You've got it up to par, but you're going beyond par. Yeah, you're going beyond par in the sense. So now essentially where the territory you are in, all you have to do is just keep visually imprinting the blank gridwork template. You know, keep it pinned up. You have it next to your bed still, right? Yeah.
At times.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
not hanging because I keep
Okay.
it in my bag.
Oh, okay.
So I bring it with
Bring
me
it to work.
place. Yeah,
Yeah.
usually at work I
Okay.
take it out and put it
Okay.
next to me.
But
But there have been times where I did hang it up next to my
yeah,
bed.
yeah. Essentially, bringing it with you, and just what I like to do. I like to put my left hand over the front of it, like this. Just right over the front of it, like that. That kind of gives me a positive charge on it. It gives me. I feel a positive charge. I do feel an energy conversion sometimes. I feel like sometimes there's negative energies that get converted into positives, like goes into positive power. Having it next to your bed, having it in your backpack, your work
Right.
book, or you bring it to. I know in your first few gridwork basic readouts, you just had it with you and you were checking it out and stuff. So essentially, going forward. With the gridwork template imprinting, you keep want to move forward with this, but eventually, stuff is gonna happen in your life where you might have to go back to doing another basic readout.
Yeah, I've thought about that. Like
Yeah.
because I was thinking about how long it's been since we
Right.
did the last
Yeah,
grid,
it's been about 4 months.
and
yeah.
I'm thinking like
You're
I'm
curious to where your systems.
I'm like
are, or
thinking
you
like
wanna-
I'm doing it
yeah,
like
yeah,
I know at any moment
Right.
something could happen.
yeah,
Because that's
yeah,
life.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I'm prepared.
Right. Yeah.
But like I'm on a good roll here.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
so like I know, and I've been thinking about it. I'm like wow, we haven't done another
Right.
grid work in
Yeah.
like 4 months or whatever. But I'm still doing so
Right.
good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because the systems were. So when we did the first grid work, it was low. Second grid work got higher, and the third work got higher.
Yeah.
And then on the third one, you kept looping that into your neural network. You created a feedback loop with that,
Yeah.
which was your third grid work readout, right? And so essentially, you can correlate that with the blank one, the current one that you have now, the last one that we did in correlation. But what's good to do is, like for me, I've had this one for like 4 months, and I want it to be green. I just feel like I want a different color on there. Like I want to do another basic gridwork readout, even if I've made just a few incremental improvements. I feel like I want to refresh the system. You know how like your phone needs an update?
Yep.
It's kind of like the same thing.
Psychologically.
You want to just get a nice refresh update of your system. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to update your system. I do have some color pins right here. We can do that right now. Yeah.
Let's do
All right. Yeah. We can do that. We can do that together. But thank you again, Brian. Pretty much this interview. Are you cool with sharing all that information in the interview?
Yeah.
Because I would like to post this on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
And,
okay.
and I mean, like, it's such a great thing. I mean, people. I hope people can learn from it and you know, use it to their advantage. And I mean that's what this is all about: is sharing what knowledge
progress.
Well, sharing the knowledge that you have,
Yeah.
that you created this, and me sharing my experience.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And you know, I know there's people that are a lot worse off than I am.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
And I hope those people can find this.
Right.
And make changes like
Yeah.
I did. You
Yeah.
know, so.
Like with where you are at right now, does it feel like tingly to you, meaning that you're in a space where you've always longed to be in your life, and now you're here? Does it feel good to be sipping that champagne right now?
Yeah. And sometimes
that sense of contentment.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm sitting on my surfboard and
Right.
at sunset,
Yeah.
I say it out loud.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
Like, here I am, like feeling this good.
Yeah.
And you know, so yes, that tingly feeling.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. There's moments of clarity where
Right.
you know, you're just focused on those good feelings and appreciating it and saying it out loud, you know, not just
Awesome.
thinking it,
Right.
it's like saying it.
But
out
you've
loud.
arrived. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
those are those times when I do say that
Yeah.
and have that tingly feeling. Is
Yeah.
when I'm sitting on my surfboard right before sunset.
Cool. And you're a surfer now. That is so awesome. I mean, your story is amazing. I mean, to have you be patient 01, 00001, to go from where I had to pour 15 years of my life to get this integrated and moving into my life, and to experience the phenomenal progress it changed in my life, and to wonder in my mind, I wonder if I shared this technology with another person, how it would impact their life. And to have you being the first person to be so heavily impacted in this way, from like physical healing to pursuing a profession, to elevating yourself into the profession that you've always, yearned and dreamed and hungered for, to have that confidence boost, to have those mental blocks eliminated, those distractions, to have the power to zero in on purposeful action, inspiration, and motivation, to get all of that taken care of in your life, to the point where you can feel like, you're sitting up on your surfboard out here in Waikiki, experiencing the ecstasy of it,
and saying it out loud.
Yeah.
How great it is.
Yeah. I really wish this to translate to all of you out there, whoever's watching. This is real technology. It can truly, as you can hear from Brian's story and experience with it, it can truly have some of the greatest transformations and profound impacts in your life, to get yourself elevated into a permanent power, to where you're always in that permanent power, meaning that Brian doesn't have to rely on me as a coach anymore. He doesn't have to, check in with me. He has the technology. He has the technology right here of how he can use this technology to resource his own system, so that his own systems will interact with this technology to elevate and heal his life and get it back on track and moving it in the direction that he wants, that he's desiring to move towards, instead of feeling like the desire is like squelched or held back or bombarded with all of these obstacles and blocks and distractions that keep that desire, that pot of desire, like there, but not being able to move anywhere, move up through the heart, or move through the mind, or move through focus. It stays at bay right there. But now with grid work and with Brian's story and my story, we're here to tell you that there is a clear direction, there's a clear technology that you can use that will get you through all of that that's holding you back, and all of that is incurring pain and can be acting as a problematic hindrance that's creating friction. We want to, the greatest issue to solve is internal conflict. And as soon as we get that internal conflict, stabilized, we want to get the systems, all of the systems, moving in the right direction. We want to start acquiring the mental power and the ability to manage and control problems, but most importantly, get into the space of solving our problems permanently, and having an access point or power in which we can initiate that type of activity in our life. And more than anything else is we need to use something non-human, something that is not where Brian doesn't need to rely on me as a human. I don't need to rely on anyone else as a human. What I need to rely on is geometry, mathematics, and pattern to solve these problems, because that's where the problem is taking place in my life. There's something geometrically off. The patterns are calibrating a little bit too low, and the math could be calibrating too low as well. So we need to get those systems like balanced. We need to get those systems expanding. We need to start initiating growth. We need to get into the law of becoming, Like, I want to become this in my life. I want to become more of, I have a desire of wanting to become this person. How am I going to get there, right? We need to use technology to implement that. So I'm very, very honored and excited and ecstatic to hear your testimony and your story. It just put chills on my spine. And I'm really looking forward to moving forward and moving this technology out into the world. And I know your story, your personal story, is going to resonate very deeply in a very impactful way with people in your position that want to, start getting from good to great, and also people that are, in other positions that are just trying to get to good.
Sure.
People that are suffering from major ailments and issues in their life, and they just want to get from good. They want to go from dark to good. They want to go from extreme suffering. They just want to get into the good category. So wherever you feel like you are at in your life, if you want to go from good to great, if you're already great and you want to go into that higher level of greatness, grid work is the type of technology that will get you there. It will get you on that trajectory. It will get you moving forward in that right direction. And it's going to do it incrementally. Your transformation that took place over these last 6 to 8 months, how would you describe them? Were they painful, or how did it feel to go through these transforming issues, these transforming markers or nodes?
I don't know about painful,
Right.
but there were times where I was uncertain and confused, and then so quickly not confused.
Right.
So that's probably my old brain working,
Right.
saying, "Oh, this is a problem.
Right.
What do I do to fix it? Can I fix it?
Right. Yeah.
Am I capable?" And then just like
Right.
so quickly, like,
Right.
yes, I can fix this.
Yeah.
No, this isn't a problem.
Right.
It's not that bad. I already have the tools within me and knowledge to know how to fix it.
Right. Yeah.
But maybe in the past just didn't act upon it, or
Right.
for whatever, it got distracted or whatever.
Yeah.
That's all gone now.
Right.
Now it's just quick thinking
Right.
and easy thinking and no distractions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So pain, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't painful.
So essentially it was these neurological transformations that were taking place. The way your neurological information setup was processing information emotionally and mentally in your landscape of reality.
Yeah. And I can feel my brain functioning from old memories,
Right.
but doing new memories, doing
Right.
something new.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was pretty much just rewiring. Like
Yeah.
neuroplasticity. Just
Which you explained to me in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
When
It rewires your brain.
When I had no idea what the hell you were talking about, because it was all so much at once.
Right.
But you told me that,
Yeah.
that this is going to rewire your system.
Right.
Like a computer,
Right.
and I feel that.
Yeah.
My head, my brain.
Yeah.
Like at first thought,
Right.
my brain wants to think like it did in
Right.
the past.
Yeah.
But then I'm getting all these other thoughts that
Right.
are more realistic and
Yeah.
smarter,
Practical.
Yep.
Yeah. Practical, simplified.
Which I already,
Right.
I already knew. I
Right.
know
Exactly.
but I forgot, or
Right.
those that got blocked
Right.
or whatever.
The way the information was sharing itself with each other, or the way the information was coming into the just the center point of your primary.
Right. Something got
Something got
crisscrossed,
right.
blocked, whatever,
Yeah.
through the years,
Yeah.
the way I was taught, the way
Yeah.
I was programmed.
Right.
And it's all reprogrammed.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's changed the patterns of your thinking, the manner in which you interact with your reality, the manner in which you're processing information to make decisions on,
Yeah.
the way you, and more importantly too, the way you are emotionally feeling about that data too.
Yeah.
As far as like the emotional side of it is to get it congruent to where you're talking yourself into purposeful action versus talking yourself out of it. Yeah.
Which the old brain
Yeah.
probably would have done.
Right. Yeah.
But without those distractions that I mentioned, now I can think more logically.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's still a phenomenon in your life. Yeah, it's still a phenomenon in my life. I still, even though it's produced so much incredible impact and success in your life as well as my life, I'm still under this huge shroud of mystery of it being this phenomenon. But I'm always wanting to move forward with more research, more analysis, and more data gathering. So I'm really glad to do all of this with you. It's going to prove invaluable for so many people out there.
I hope people can find it, and especially as you mentioned, like people who are worse off.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
People that are in a bad place. I hope they can find it.
Yeah.
You know, to make their life better, because it works.
Yeah.
And this isn't a commercial.
Right.
This
No, I
isn't,
know.
You know.
Yeah.
It's just honesty.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm a genuine, honest person.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps, and I hope
Yeah.
people can find it.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
So thank you.
Thank you. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna fill out our grid work template basis.